It's Friday, February 24th. Betas go on the road, the West James Assistant Coach of the Year Award goes to, and the spring sports go to the field. All this and more on this week's edition of the Stinger on Air. Good morning, Jackets. I'm Braxton Rawlson, and welcome to this week's edition of the Stinger on Air. While it was a short week for students here at BHS, we've had a lot going on, so let's jump right in. Students from BHS traveled to Myrtle Beach. Lainey Cawthon has more.
The Beta Club went on a trip to the South Carolina National Beta Club Convention. Beta holds annual state conventions in 18 states, both for the senior and junior Beta divisions, and the winners of these state events go on to compete on a national level. Activities range from academic contests to quiz bowls to talent competitions.
Being able to see more of what happens outside of just Buford's Beta Club and being able to do more with my friends.
At the convention, they met betas from all over the state and they watched other betas showcase their talents. They also heard speakers who encouraged and inspired students to bring more leadership to their schools.
It's not about making decisions for others, but about empowering them to make their own. And it's not about enforcing rules, but about setting an example and leading by it.
Club members then voted for the next president, vice president, and secretary of the South Carolina Beta Club.
Will the newly elected Senior Beta State President, Alvin Ross.
Thanks, Lainey. Students from Courtney Hawk's art class spent a morning at the Lancaster Multipurpose Building painting banners that will be hung on Main Street during Youth Art Month in March. The Downtown Banner Project allows students to display their art skills on Main Street and on the cubes that are located at the Lancaster County Council of Arts building. We continue to celebrate Black History Month. BHS chorus teacher Notorian Patton shares his thoughts on Black history.
I think it's important to recognize Black History Month. One, because oftentimes we can forget that this country's influence on Black African Americans have been strong. African Americans were taken from a place that they knew, a place where they called home and brought here, and the country, was sort of built. If we didn't have Black people who, if my ancestors didn't pick cotton in the fields or, harvest the crops, then what would we have had? And we also look at it at the challenges and the struggles that they had to go through. Slavery, and then we look at the civil rights movement and the people that impacted it. We look at Harriet Tubman, how she led millions of slaves to freedom. And when we think of Harriet Tubman, she wasn't the only one, but those during that time that led people to freedom. And then we think in terms of Martin Luther King Jr., how he led the next generation through, some of the darkest times that America has seen with the civil rights movement and everything that was going on. And then we look at current day figures that, like Barack Obama, regardless of how you view and how you think of him, it's the challenges that he's gone through and it's the places that he's brought us to be able to say that, we had a Black president is a good thing. And so I try to instill in my kids that sometimes you have to look past this color of someone's skin, and it's all about what's in the heart.
The Good Samaritan Scholarship celebrates, encourages, and supports high school students in Lancaster County who rise above their own personal and financial challenges in order to help others in need. Congratulations to Jason McAteer for being selected to receive this year's scholarship. Scholarship Board President Deborah Gardner, along with other board members, surprised Jason with the announcement. Gardner says the scholarship is unique because it is not just about dollars.
We select someone to be a mentor for the student. And the thing that's kind of crazy is they are with them for 5.5 years.
With that being said, for the next 4 years, I'll be attending Erskine College and continuing my athletic and education at Erskine College. Go Fleet.
Senior Caden Plyler signed with Erskine College to play football earlier this month. Plyler already has his own kicking coach, Jack Simcast, a former NFL alumni and Virginia Tech kicker, and he's prepared to lean on the college experience of a junior and senior kicker. Plyler says going to a small college makes him feel that he can make a name for himself. Congratulations, Caden. In sports, BHS Wrestling traveled to North Central last Friday for the lower state individual qualifiers. Mason Knight, Michael Jaimez, and Justin Pardue finished first and are the lower state champs for their weight classes. Isaiah Baker, Mason Dees, and Tucker Bone all finished third. Nathan Gardner and Antonio Amos finished fourth. Congratulations to all these guys and good luck with this weekend as you wrestle for a state championship. Did you know there are over 130,000 assistant coaches in the United States? Here at Buford, we have some of the most dedicated assistant coaches you will find. Last week, one of those assistant coaches was recognized for his hard work behind the scenes. Stinger staffer Alex Bryson has the story.
Coach James understood what it meant to have the heart of a servant.
Athletic Director Eric Funderburk surprised assistant softball coach James West with the first ever West James Assistant Coach of the Year award. Funderburk said that each head coach nominated an assistant and Coach West was the hands-down favorite.
All right, Coach, we want to give you this award. You are well deserving as a coach for sure, but as a man, even more so.
Former assistant coach West James was on hand to present a plaque to Coach West.
This is just a tenth of the girls that he's coached since we've been here together for 10 years.
Head coach Leo Allen fought back tears when talking about West.
And I knew when I saw that, me and Coach talked about that award, I said, I know who's going to win it. And it's going to be my assistant.
West teaches building and construction and has contributed his talents to practically every sport at BHS, building dugouts, concession stands, batting cages, and more. West says that he enjoys being in the background and that the award is an honor.
It's an honor. Coach James is a guy that I've always looked up to, and dealing from coaching with football and being FCA partners and going to FCA and just being Christian brothers has meant more to me probably than anything else.
For Stinger on Air, I'm Alex Bryson.
Thanks, Alex. Stinger on the Street is taking one more week off, but we'll be back next week with a special edition on cartoon characters. So that's another reason to hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified when anything from the Stinger staff drops on YouTube. Now let's toss it over to Mr. Belk for Belk's Buzz.
Thanks so much, Braxton. I appreciate that. Good morning, Jackets. Hope everybody's doing great. Want to dive in this week, just get right to it. No staff birthdays this week, but we'll move on into Jacket Pride. Remember, personal responsibility, respect, integrity, dedication, and excellence. This week, I want to recognize a group. I want to recognize our FFA. Ms. Pasapenko, Mr. Reynolds, our FFA members and leaders, just very, very proud of the work that they do on the behalf of our student body and our campus and our community as well. This week, I appreciate them creating the opportunity for FFA Week, and with that, the dress up and opportunities to learn more about FFA and this wonderful organization and all that they do. Couldn't be more proud of the work and the recognition that they've received. So just keep up the great work. Keep on showing that Jacket Pride. Very thankful for you. All right. So with that being said, just want to get a couple reminders of upcoming things on the horizon. First of all, next week will be our benchmark week, meaning that our end-of-course tested areas will be taking their benchmarks next week. Remember, any opportunity you have to show what you know, do your absolute best. That's all we can ever ask. But remember, these opportunities provide your teachers with great info as to where you stand relative to what you're expected to be able to know and do. So do your best on those benchmarks. Show what you know. That way we can meet you where you are and take you to those next levels. So work hard on those benchmarks. Also, next Tuesday, the February 28th at 6 o'clock, really looking forward to our Beta Club induction ceremony. Excited to celebrate this new group of inductees and grateful for all of the hard work and what you've done to be recognized through this accomplishment. So great job. Looking forward to that. All right. So as we get into the latter part of this week, just looking at a few things to be mindful of. Where next week, Wednesday, starts March, the month of March. And as we always say, time flies by, and with it goes the opportunity that every day presents. All right. So just with that, I actually was reading an article this week, and it led me to this thought. It was talking about a firefighter's mindset and how they're just built different. You got to think of a firefighter as people are running away and fleeing a fire, they're running towards it. And seeing the opportunity to save and opportunity to, whether it be property or human beings or pets, these folks look at that challenge and they run towards it. And, they're just built different in that way. And that's a gift to society and that firefighter's mindset. But it got me thinking, as Yellow Jackets, and in life, as we talk about the ideal Buford graduate, it got me thinking about seeing those fires as life's challenges and the next thing in front of us. And I really was thinking about that from a leadership perspective. Just what does it look like to have that firefighter's mindset with that next challenge in front of you? And I really challenge us as we get into this next phase of the school year, going into March. Very important that we accept every single challenge that stands before us with that firefighter's mindset, that we run towards that challenge instead of avoiding it. We know if the firefighters were to run away from that fire, then it's going to spread and get worse. And that's often how challenges take place in life. If we run away from it, oftentimes you might see greater challenges. So I really challenge us, showing that jacket pride and being greater than average, to let's run towards those challenges. Let's have those firefighters mindset and really accept the challenges and grip it head on with a sense of tenacity and perseverance. And I believe if we do that, we're going to continue to persevere and do great things as we progress in the semester, and the spring semester in particular, as time flies quickly. All right? Taking advantage of every opportunity, be greater than average, having that firefighter's mindset. So just with that, want everybody to be thinking of those next steps, and have a wonderful Friday. Have a wonderful and safe weekend when the time comes. Go Jackets.
Thanks, Mr. Belk. That's it for this edition of the Stinger on Air. Thank you to our Stinger sponsors. Without them, it would be difficult to do this each week. If you're interested in becoming a Stinger supporter, check out our website at BufordStinger.com. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We are constantly posting new content there and at BufordStinger.com. Till next week, I'm Braxton Rawlson for Stinger on Air.